Eric Arthur Blair, more commonly known by his author name, George Orwell, was born in 1903 in British India. Orwell is known for his opposition to totalitarianism, as depicted in his two most famous novels. Those novels are Animal Farm and 1984. In a totalitarian society, the government has complete control over the citizens. The term became more prominent during the Cold War era, for example, Nazi Germany and the Soviet Communist Party. "1949 was a hectic year. China was declared a communist country under the control of Mao Zedong. Not only that, the Soviet Union tested their first atomic bomb. And an earthquake struck Ecuador, killing 6,000 people while destroying 50 towns. Production of cars and televisions began to increase in 1949 due to the ending of the post-World War I Depression. The average cost of a car was roughly $1,400, while gas was 17 cents a gallon. What is a dystopian society? A dystopian society is an imaginary place where the condition of life is very poor, as from deprivation, oppression, or terror. The novel 1984 includes all of these. Book 1 in 1984 begins with the introduction of Winston Smith, an insignificant official in the party. The party is a totalitarian political regime that rules all of Airstrip 1, or what was once England. Although Winston is an official in the party, he has hatred for the party and its leader, Big Brother.
April 18th, 1984. Nobody keeps a diary today, because to do so would be punishable by death. I don't care anymore. I found this old book by chance, and I'm going to set down what I dare not say aloud to anyone. I've seen that girl again. I'm sure she was following me. Perhaps they suspect me already.
We interrupt this program for an important bulletin. The saboteurs Lewis and Siegel were caught a few minutes ago in the neighborhood of Victory Square and have already confessed their guilt. As he was arrested, Lewis was heard to shout in a loud voice, "Long live Big Brother!"
The primary focus in Book 1 was introducing the main characters and the setting of the book. For instance, we are introduced to Big Brother. Big Brother watches everyone. If you are caught doing any rebellious acts, or even thinking any rebellious thoughts, you will be brutally punished.
Quieter now, Sabina, quieter. You can't blame her for being excited enough. This is her evening with the spies.
Traitor? Draw criminal?
I thought we could take her there and then go and have a drink.
Why have you got this desk so far away from the telescreen? It ought to be over there.
There's something in what she says, you know.
Long live Big Brother! Big Brother! Big Brother! Big Brother! Big Brother!
In Book 2, Winston and Julia encounter each other. Julia pretends to trip so she is able to sneak Winston a message. Winston suspects Julia to be a spy, so it is hard for him to believe what the message says.
can say whatever we like to each other.
After a few encounters, Winston's suspicions were false. After making love in the woods, he realizes that his encounter was from what he had dreamed.
We can even touch each other. If we want to.
Julia says that sexual encounters are forbidden so citizens can worship Big Brother.
Julia. They're afraid of love. Because love makes a world they can't control. And it's a world worth taking risks for, isn't it?
Yes.
In Book 3, Winston and Julia are caught by the Thought Police.
They're all around the house. Don't resist.
Stand in the middle of the room.
Winston is placed into a cell by the Brotherhood. He hopes that they'll bring him a razor blade so he'll be able to kill himself in order to end all of the madness.
Betray your country to a foreign power? Yes. I'm prepared to separate and never...
So the time has come, Winston.
His hopes are shattered when O'Brien appears. O'Brien was once an accomplice with Winston. O'Brien states that he is now part of the Ministry of Love. He is in charge of torturing Winston and tells him that the only way to stop the pain is to fully agree with everything he says.
Do you know where you are, Winston? The Ministry of Love. Right. Do you know how long you've been here? Days. Weeks. Months. It must be months. Do you know why we bring people to this place? Yes. Make them confess. You don't really believe that? No, I suppose I don't. To punish them? No. We bring them here to cure them, to make them sane. Nobody that we bring here ever leaves our hands uncured. Now, how many fingers?
4.
In order to cure Winston, O'Brien clearly holds up 4 fingers, but tells Winston he is holding up 5.
.20.
Winston must agree with him or suffer the consequences. This shows how Big Brother uses physical pain in order to make people abide by the ministry.
How many fingers, Winston?
4. 4.
.30.
Point 3. 1, 2, 3. 5. Anything you like. Call me starboard. Sideways. Starboard.
Winston started to yell Julia's name over and over again. He knew that O'Brien would torture him, but he could not help himself.
One thing I really hate.
O'Brien was forced to throw Winston to the dreaded Room 101.
When I was a child.
In Room 101, you are strapped down and rats are released near you. The rats climb up the chair and eat your face off.
Will you lead the way, Winston?
Just before the rats reached Winston, he said he would rather have this happen to Julia. O'Brien was satisfied with this request and let Winston go.
I don't care what you do to her. Let her suffer. Not to me. Julia. Not to me.
Winston now abides by everything Big Brother says. The man who once hated Big Brother now feels lost without him. Orwell explains how pain can alter a person's mind, and how pain makes people agree with anything. Winston not only endured physical pain, but mental pain as well. O'Brien treated Winston very inhumane-like in order to receive what he wanted. There are people like that in this world. They will do whatever it takes to receive what they want. Most of the time they will succeed, but at what cost?